Okay, that is that. Dark Barbet 162 back again with BMO now. Yeah. Oh, wait a second, I forgot one thing. God damn it. Hey. Also, I need to put this one elsewhere. Ouch. What the hell? So, okay, yeah, several things. First of all, In the Hoofs 4 hasn't updated yet, even though it's actually finished, aka the 100th song has been uploaded, so that should pretty much mean that within the playlist, the entire pack should be there. If they don't have enough room for space, they should take my direction in terms of saving space. Pretty much Optivorbis as well as PNG Gauntlet. In terms of only if they can be further compressed and everything. So yeah, that is one thing. Another thing over in here I updated, because this time I actually went through with stuff. Yeah, I did the Eterna support and some adjustments. Mainly because of the fact that during it I noticed a few things that I should be doing proper. And that's what I've done. The next thing on that day what I did is BMS graph update. Support for BMS and PMS for non-outfogs, and BMS parser adjusts beats according to the time signature of the measure. So yeah, apparently everything is being considered 4/4. And that's not the case. I assumed that it was actually yeah, like a bit different, but nah, it's not. So yeah, after doing that, everything is now working properly, at least on that part. That pretty much makes sure that certain things are actually working there for real this time. Then pain update, move/adjust set comments and add total count. Didn't know this existed. That was during my Eterna stuff. That would have potentially been within the some adjustments that I did in there. But yeah, that is pretty much there. In terms of things like I did several set commands that are doing the same thing but for a different groove rate or something and whatnot. So yeah, I can pretty much do this one as like a master and pretty much move them along on the other ones and have it as a function instead of copy and pasting everything within the set commands. So yeah, that is that. And the day after I did an Eterna fix favorites, which is pretty much something that is completely different to everything else, but at least that one's working. The only thing that I was not checking is in terms of what is being favorited, because it favorites step charts. So if one, yeah, because of things in here, I would be assuming, yeah, I had already assumed since I was doing stuff there. Either it would be there or it's not. I might even need to double check again. Yeah, it updates like Step Mania, so that one hasn't been fixed like in ITG Mania. So, or even had it even being that there, I'm not even sure. And yeah, another something within that one is effects cleanup, because the majority of stuff that has been added in Step Mania 5 and potentially even Step Mania 3.9 and whatnot had been, or pretty much it has been just reverted to 3.9, depending if certain things from there was also from there and had also been removed because was not needed. Yeah, pretty much all the bonus stuff that I added in here is pretty much gone. So pretty much just Eterna effects, since I don't want to bother with fiddling around within the metrics. And yeah, screen options advanced, because of Eterna being special, very much so, I needed to do something special there as well. And yeah, that is that. Also, I might be fiddling around getting over the wife scoring. I might bring that one over as well. And might be selectable depending on stuff. So yeah. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do stuff there, but I might have an idea. It will take a while because I have been doing nothing pretty much. Also, I still need to do something for Eterna, especially because I forgot to remove something there. Also, in terms of things, first of all, I had been playing around with stuff. Also, stuff is literally going over in here. This is pretty much the reason why I am just fiddling around with stuff. Especially, yeah, upstairs it's just extra stuff I wanted to check out. Over in here is the reason why... Okay, actually over in here is one of the reasons why I might not go over to BMS for beginners. Because I'm not truly a beginner. I would be potentially saying level 6-ish should be counting as beginner, since everyone apparently plays in harder things. Like in here, for example, easiest is 5, which is actually a 6 because of bullshit. Or even in here, it's been set to a 7, but it's actually a 9. So yeah, not really sure on things over in here. And in terms of start and everything, I would be potentially saying the majority of stuff there were from BMS of fighters, I am assuming. If that is the case, then I should pretty much just go through all of those. And yeah, that's pretty much the reason. Also, in terms of stuff, yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 packs that I'm going in reverse order, because apparently over in here we are somewhat getting somewhat reasonable things in here. In terms of, at least it goes somewhere around level 6. Also, for me going through stuff from stuff in here, I even checked potentially while I was going through Pomu, I might have improved in skills. And yeah, because of that, I might go through everywhere in here. Also, in terms of things, this is something else entirely. For whatever reason, there is actually 66 in there, but I would be... One thing I would be potentially saying, because everything has been cleaned in here, because I went through everything, and everything that is not a BMS or PMS stuff and was supposed to be has playable nodes, I made them revert, so everything is then going. Like, it should be the usual stuff in here. Whoops. I'm not supposed to go in here yet. I wanted to go in here. Also, stuff broke, the usual. My Steam Deck, I mean. So yeah, I would be potentially saying, and I have also mentioned it elsewhere, I'm going in reverse order. Which means I'm going through here first. Also because of the entirety of everything. And I'm not even sure if it's going to be that or not. If it's going to be just a half thing, I might need to potentially choose this one as well. Although that one would be then... yeah, I'm not really sure on things in here, but still. This is something else. I would be potentially saying this because of he. And I'm not sure why it's been this long. I would be potentially saying this is just a long version. I would be guessing. Everything else is pretty much fine. Also, stuff is just not loading over in here. I have ping for whatever reason, but it's not doing anything. The usual. But it's saying it's another, so... if there is anything going on in here, I'm very much not sure. Geez, it broke again. I'm not even sure if anyone is watching in the background, so yeah, at least I can have it there. I'm just going to reload at times. So, yeah. Also because of things, double checking on everything. Yeah, have it there. The usual, there. Yeah, have it. Yeah, because of stuff of in here. Because of it being long, which is not really the case. Yeah, because of stuff in here, I'm not... I mean, I might... But I'm... Yeah, not really. I would be potentially going up to 7. What, 8? I'm not sure. Especially if it's not a 8. I'm not even sure what I even said, but still. It wasn't the berm that was actually on the spinny. Whatever. Should I even go there? You know what, since I am pretty much going through stuff, let's just check. Yeah, that's a bit too much. Okay. Those BPM changes there at the end were unnecessary. Seriously? I'm not even checking this aid, because geez, what the hell? It's not even there. It's mostly the end. There is a somewhere. Seriously, what the fuck was this, please? And why was this, please? What reason to be an alcoholic? Do not get this. Why am I doing this one already? Also, yeah, I did not have the going up over in here. Pretty much with peak and everything. I said I wanted to potentially have that one as well, but maybe, geez, this is that is an easy one, I would be saying. That hits high. What? Oh yeah, he. Seriously, I also haven't checked if they actually eat. If they actually eat, yeah, pretty much. In terms of all the difficulties. Certainly stuff like this. Why is it still not fixed? I mean, it pretty much depends on stuff. It should be actually checking the end stuff and pretty much ignore the first half, I would be saying. Would be potentially saying that. Ah yeah, I got both. And that's on par 6. What? Well, okay then. The usual things. The fuck is that sound even? What the hell? Again, but not full combo though, because I missed twice. And should I even attempt? Seems to be mostly doable. Okay, it was doable. I had to mash a bit, but still, it can't be real. I will be saying it is only for a short one. Because it really isn't on that level. I might be going in here as well, not sure. whoops on the end one. The usual. Going here, let's check it. Bleh. Just because of that, I could have gotten through that, but nah. A bit of bullshit, and what the hell was going on in the middle? Yeah. Depending on stuff. Yeah, it just starts early. I whoops the end. The usual. So I will be potentially saying I could be getting the 7 as well. Just a bit. We got the end at least, the last one, but still. It's pretty much I couldn't get it up. How much of a difference was it? Not much. Pretty much. That's pretty much the reason why I went there. Just 100 more steps, and it was at the section where there wasn't much. AKA, it was the middle section and the beginning a bit. Pretty much. Hello? Q wasn't there. God damn it. Usually, special effects should be in here, or scratches. The hell? Nobody's doing stuff correctly. Otherwise, okay. That is something else. I could be potentially going over in here because it only has no wait. Yeah, it has only partial stuff and it doesn't have that many. Well, it has scratches though. So... Okay, I would be potentially saying it was from Toy Musical first. Depending on stuff, certain things from 3 would be appearing in here somewhat as well. Potentially, I'm not even sure. Because, yeah, since I got this one over there already, very much potential that stuff from there might be coming in here, or potentially 2 or whatever, or pretty much stuff that I've already went through. So yeah, what's going on here then? Okay, I was mashing my way through, so I'm not really sure if this one counts. I might be potentially saying it depends on the patterns if I go through stuff. Also, that one is pretty much even worse, so I'm not even going there. The fuck, please. I'll be only going through here because the other one has way too many doubles. It might be another one with certain... It's not even updating anymore. Have it there. Can I even go in here? Okay, a bit much in here, but I went through, so I would be potentially saying it is a road that has more than 192 segments. That was a hard cap that has been pretty much fixed on the newest version of Outfox. Because of things I'm not going through anywhere in here, so yeah. I should be also checking if that's dead. Well, okay. That one was actually a 5. I would be saying because of bullshit. What about this one? Might be potentially a 7, but it should be doable. Yeah. Okay, I missed a bit there, so yeah, we'll be saying because of bullshit. Okay, patterns. All scratches, the usual. So yeah, the hell in here. Well, begins earlier, the other one. again. Here it now depends as well. Okay, for next time over in here, I should be having a beat breaker. Or potentially a null row. Because anything that is smaller than 192nd, which is the reason why stuff just stops. Geez, what the hell? Why is, yeah, that is pretty much the reason why I'm going the opposite one, because upstairs there were more of those. Get on. I barely managed on that one by mashing my way through the usual. And I even got the barely there. Gee, what the fuck? That's 7, calced 9. Fuck off. In terms of the upper ones, it's the same. But set 5, calced 6. If it said it wrong, but still, whatever. I really need to check about those. Because they're the ones that don't work. This happened twice so far. I'm not going over in here because that's way too much. I might go get that 7 even though that might be an actual 7. Also because of the scratch amount, I might not even go there.
I hate to be stereotyped. I'm not a cold-blooded killer. I'm a nice guy. Can you believe it? But they sleep with their rifles. I've never given them names.
Okay. Yeah, there was a 17 here as well that I could take. Have it. So I'm not even sure how many it is.
I hate to be stereotyped. I'm not a cold-blooded killer. I'm a nice guy. Can you believe it? But they sleep with their rifles. I've never given them names.
It's a bit much in here. I was trying to get my way through mashing, the usual, but apparently I can't do those.